if there is excessive knee valgus, it's typically not because the body is doing something wrong per se. Perhaps it's excessive tension in their adductors paired up with a weakness in the hip abductors. So it's usually glute max and glute medius. So we can make changes to that in real time. So what I have to do is, in the picture that you saw where I was at Run On this past weekend, where I was digging into my new friend Kim, her adductors were super locked up and her abductors were turned off. So the first step that in the recipe to fixing her is going to be digging into those adductors to get them to quiet down, because they're trying to pull the knees in. And the adductors tend to get recruited as the hip flexors fatigue. So when you're running, especially longer runs, your hip flexors are going to get really fatigued. They're going to get really tired. And so as they fatigue, the body recruits the adductors. So they start working in because they can do some of the same movement. They can assist in pulling the leg forward. So what that does is that tends to quiet down gluteus medius. So after digging into the adductors and stretching them out and trying to return optimal length, then we just start training the gluteus medius, turning that thing on. And then once adductors are quieted down, abductors are turned on, then I just train the leg in proper gait. So I'd work on some band Z pulls where I've got a band around they're laying flat on their back. I've got a mini band around their arches, and they're pulling their leg up into that knee up, heel up, toe up, into creating that letter Z. And then I'd flip them over and put them in bird dog position. So hands and knees. One knee is going to be on a yoga block, and then they're kicking against that band out of that Z position. So I'm training them to get into that Z position, and then we train to get out of that Z position. And that's all open chain exercise. So we slowly build basically from turning off what's too active and then turning on what's not active enough, and then open chain exercise, and then closed chain exercise, and then run. Okay. And in one session, we can do that, no pain.